I'm here at the Asia Communication Awards with Chair of the Judges, Janet Watkin. Janet, a job that's very hard, takes a lot of time. What are the trends that you've seen this year in the entries that you've been receiving?
That's a great question, and thank you. The biggest single trend that I have seen is a metamorphosis of the telcos from a technologically driven philosophy and organisation to a much more customer-focused organisation. We're hearing a lot now about the customer journey and mapping the customer journey from the point of inquiry through to installation, operation, support and billing. And what seems to be driving this transformation, this metamorphosis, is the advent of data centres and cloud computing.
So you're really seeing all these things we talk about, like big data, etc. You're seeing it in those entries.
We are, yes, most definitely, and we can see that that it's poised for an exponential growth in the next few years, and it's becoming clear that there's now an existing customer base, and I say the buzzword in terms of trend is transformation. There's huge transformation taking place to become more competitive. The market's been redefined, and the telcos appreciate that they need to be a much more service-orientated organisation to have a sustainable future and to be competitive in the future. And as such, this transformation is shaping up quite significantly. They're also faced with the challenge of giving better value for money, much more agility and speed of provision, implementation of self-service portals becoming apparent, and they need to reduce costs and account not only to their shareholders, but to do better in terms of their customer support and service.
Now, these awards have become very well established across Asia. This year, have any of the categories been particularly, have you been swamped in certain areas?
Swamped is perhaps an exaggeration, but certainly there's been a consistently high level of good quality entrants, and it's been terrific, as chair of the judges and of the judge, to evaluate the entries and to look for the salient factors that will tip the scoring in favour of one entry above the other. So it's quite a challenge because of the volume of material. Even if you're not swamped, it's a significant amount of material to read and to process and to mark, to discuss and to debate. But it's thoroughly enjoyable exercise as well.
Yes, I was going to say, obviously tonight there are going to be winners, and there are going to be almost winners. What's the difference? Give us a few tips if I'm thinking of entering next year. What do I need to make my entry as strong as possible?
Yep, well, you need to put forward a compelling case to the judges. And what the judges are looking for are evidence-based entries. The judges, although perhaps not swamped, certainly have a sufficient large amount of material to evaluate that it needs to be concise. They need to be able to pick up the key messages and the key facts very, very early on, and to see that supported by customer testimonials, measurements, be they financial measurements or measurements of any particular campaign that they have run, so the judges can put in context what those messages are, if they've improved previously, or what their future projections might be, and why why they say what they say in the entries.
Well, thanks for that tip, Janet, and in the meantime, thank you very much for all the work that you and your judges do. I'm sure it's very much appreciated.
It's a great pleasure, thank you.